Welcome back, everybody. We're honored to have Monroe County Sheriff Cecil Cantrell live in studio.
Right.
Sorry, Doc. You made the transition from a judge, you're a city judge and county judge, right? And you made the transition to become a sheriff. Why?
Well, I wanted to become the chief law enforcement officer in the county to lead our law enforcement against these drugs, and also to try to implement programs to help our people in our county.
The drugs is a recurring theme with you. You're very tough on drugs, and we've talked about the Mexican cartel and how that influences what's happening right here in northern Mississippi.
A lot of our drugs, especially the ice, is coming from the Mexican cartel. There are people that are going down on the border, meeting these Mexicans, and they're buying those drugs down there because they can buy them cheaper, and they bring them back to make more of a profit in our counties. But not only in our county, but it spreads into other counties also that they're supplying.
We talked during the commercial break a little bit about how just a very small amount. We talked about the young lady that was arrested. She had grams of ice on her or meth on her. That relatively small amount, when I'm not accusing her, allegedly she sells that ice. That affects not just the people she's selling to, but
well, a lot of you drug dealers, what they deal in grams because they can make more money off an ounce. But your bigger drug dealers, they buy ounces to break it down in grams so they can make that money. They can buy it cheaper by buying a bigger sum, like an ounce or 2 ounces.
You don't like drug dealers, do you?
Well, drug dealers is wrong because it tears up the families, it tears up the community, it affects so many people's lives. When a person gets on drugs, they may think that they're the only one that's having any problems with it, but there's a whole family, the community. It just causes so many problems.
You've got Neighborhood Watch. You want to encourage more folks to get involved in Neighborhood Watch. With we only have about a minute left, so I wanted you to talk a little bit about not only Neighborhood Watch, but the Elderly Call-In Project. I think this is a wonderful program you've got.
Well, the Elderly Call-In Program, we would encourage anybody that lives in our county that doesn't have someone that checks on them on a daily basis, please get on this list. It doesn't cost anything. If we don't hear from you, we call you. We ask you to get a key holder from a neighbor to check on you if we can't get you. And if we cannot get a hold of you, we're going to come to your house. We're going to check on you, make sure you're all right. Also, we have got several Neighborhood Watch programs going on throughout the county. It really helps. It deters the crime. It makes people get to know their neighbors better. And there's some tips that we could give you during that. Make sure your windows are locked. Make sure your doors are locked. Make sure you pick up your newspapers. There's a lot of things that we do during the Neighborhood Watch.
I can't thank you enough for stopping by. Bless your loving heart. Thanks for everything you're doing in our community.
Thank you so much.
More Midday after the break.
Thank you.
Thank you.